Welcome to sports, everybody. The Government Basketball League playoffs in full swing over at the Donald Davis Gym. Last night, the final spot in the semifinals on the line between the third-seeded Airport Authority and the sixth-seeded Social Services Tournequest Cybot Avengers. The Airport Authority, they took game one in this best of three, but from there they fell off, allowing the Avengers to complete the backdoor sweep. The Avengers winning game three in convincing fashion, 119-84. That was behind a game-high 34 points from Ernest Saunders. Giorgio Walks added 22. Billy the Kid Science had 19, while Valentino Simmons and Brian Tucker Bain followed with 14 and 11 respectively.
We had a great practice last night, knowing that our box was against the wall and that we were playing a young running team. The guys know that we are veteran players and nothing was going to stop us from getting this win tonight.
After Tucker performed in game two and he had a 45-point night, I figured it was going to come and box him. So what we do is we just put him in the box, put him out the way until we bring some pricks, bring him off the screen. So we played an excellent game tonight. Everybody contributed, everybody played hard defensively, and that was the key.
In this league, anything could happen. But after they got the first one, we know that the next two is going to be us.
The history of this team between us and Airport Authority, they have never beaten us before. So we know we had a good opportunity to beat them. Game two was a really, really tight game. And so last night we decided to come out as a team and prepare for them adequately, and we did that.
Now up next in the best of three semifinals, the Avengers will take on the second-seeded BEC Shockers. Game one in that series is set for 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and the Avengers say they are ready to go.
BEC is a little bit more veteran team, but BEC is not as quick as we are. So what we plan to do is run the ball where we can. We plan to press them as much as we can. Try to, hopefully we can get Nipsey Jones and Cyril and Biddy. Hopefully we could get them tired in the open court and then take advantage from there.
I'm not afraid to say it. We have the best team in this league. And what we're going to do is come out and give BEC what we have for them. We're going to beat them.
We're hoping that we could win game one, come back and put some pressure on them, and hopefully we can steal game two.
We already got our loss in the playoff, and I think that's going to be the last one for a little while.
I'm very confident, and I feel like we have an opportunity to do something great and get to the championship.
Now in their series with the Airport Authority, the Avengers, they were without the services of ZNS big man Cranston Roll, and so they are making this play ahead of their series with BEC.
Somebody to put a body against Horsey, so the managers at ZNS, we'd like for you to give Cranston an opportunity to come out and play for us, please.
Now there was another game on the Government League playoff schedule last night. It was the opener in the other semifinal series between the pennant-winning Police Crime Stoppers and the fifth-seeded Real Deal Rangers. Off the opening tip, the Rangers getting off to a fast start. Mark Hanna inside to Javen Goodman for two. On the other end, Valentino Richardson spotting up for three, and he drains it. Richardson hanging out on the other side of the court this time, foot on the line. That's a long two. Next time down the court, Richardson making sure his foot's behind the line, and he dials it up from downtown. The big man, Darren Knowles, getting in on the action, off the board. Rangers coach James Price can't take anymore, and he calls timeout. Back on the court, Crime Stoppers still dictating play. Vernon Stubbs with the reverse. Stubbs back on the move here. He'll take it straight to the hole. Crime Stoppers lead 32-13 after one. Police coach Anthony Kopp's roll calling in this next play off his cell phone. And you guessed it, another three ball from Richardson, this one from in the corner. Mark Hanna trying to stop the bleeding for the Rangers. He finished up with a side high, 28 points. Crime Stoppers still with their foot on the pedal, and Dario Seymour puts them up 46-26 at the break. Salathiel Anderson and Michael Scooter Reed trying to spark a comeback for the Rangers, but the calls and texts were already going out. Crime Stoppers win in a blowout 85-56 behind a game-high 33 points from Vernon Stubbs. Game 2 is back at the Donald Davis Gym on Thursday night, and it's win or go home for the Rangers. Well, the barge should be on its way to the nation's second city as sailing fans gear up for the 18th Grand Bahama Regatta, which starts on Friday. This year, the A-Class will not be featured, and regatta consultant, the Reverend Dr. Philip McPhee, talks about the impact this could have.
The A-Class is very important. It's been the big boys of sailing. It brings a tremendous amount of crowd participation. It has a greater number of following in terms of sailing enthusiasts. And when they are not there, it tends to dampen a little bit, and so we want to try to correct that in the future. Jonathan, our basic problem is finances. Corporate sponsors need to come on board.
Now, after breaking a mast at the Rollville Exuma Regatta, it was up in the air whether or not Rev's ace who draw WG Thunderbird would be in the Class C field in Grand Bahama. However, Rev says he was able to get a new mast, and it appears the Thunderbird is ready to go.
We did some renovation to the boat, and so we're really on a test in Grand Bahama leading up to the Harbor Island Regatta. But I believe that she will show a shape. Without my sponsor, certainly we would not be sailing for the rest of the year. It costs a whole lot of money to get the Thunderbird back to sail this weekend, and we're not in the shape that we need to be in yet, because we need new sails, we need a overhaul, a new paint job, and we need to get back the excitement back into the sailing that we once had.
Well, the 2012 Bankers Softball League Best of 5 Championship came to a close this past weekend at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex. As Charles Fisher tells us tonight, the defending champion Fidelity Bulldogs were hoping to close it out in 4, while the Citibank Chargers were looking to go the distance.
Having avoided the sweep, the Citibank Chargers came out swinging in game number 4, hoping to force a decisive game number 5. And with a roster like the Dodger Blue and the New York Yankees, it appeared that would happen. But never underestimate the heart of a champion. The Fidelity Bulldogs, they close it out with a 17-14 win, taking the series 3-1.
We played a good team, and they put up a good fight. But the reality is that the game is played on 3 levels: head, heart, and hands. Nobody got a bigger heart than this team. Nobody is a smarter. As you can see with our pitcher, he could control the game from the mound. Our defense is always solid, all right? And the guys could hit with anybody.
Having reached the championship in 20 of the 21 years, winning pitcher Rory Sanders never had a doubt.
They can hit. They're a big hitting team. We can hit with them, but what they don't have is defense. We got better defense, and we can run the bases better. I'm really not excited because I felt we had it from day one, but it's good. As you know, the closeout game is the toughest game, and so today you saw that we can actually close out a game.
For losing coach Marvin just a little too late.
Our bats came around late, but, we fought hard. The other team is a very aggressive hitting team and champions. So today, we give them all the credit, but, we'll get them next time. And we had the team to win it this year. We really put together a really good core of guys, and wanted to really take this league by storm. Fell short, but, like I said, again, we'll be able to do it next year.
They brought competition to the league. I mean, we used to dial in the home run, the championships. We've been to the championship, like I said, this is now the 20th time in 21 seasons, right? I think that they're a young team, and I'm encouraged. It'll take them another probably 5-6 years to get where we are, but, I'm encouraged.
So congratulations to the Fidelity Bulldogs, champs once again. For ZNS Toll Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks a lot, Charles. And finally in the segment, a recent paintball tournament at the Stapleton Park proving to be much more than a time of fun. As Chris Saunders tells us tonight, the aim of this game was to support a bigger cause.
Some may wonder what exactly paintball has to do with autism, but the event was put together to not only raise funds, but also bring awareness to autism. Lincoln has autism, and without reach or resources and education for autism and related challenges, his mom would not have the resources to adequately deal with the challenges of living with an autistic child.
Just 6 months ago, he wasn't even talking, and he's 5. No talking, and then we got him into school, and his teachers work with him, and now he's reading, he's doing math, and he just won't shut up. I was on the verge of depression. I was in a bad state. And when I came with Reach, everything just came into place, and they showed me that, hey, this can be done. It doesn't have to be this way.
Back to the tournament now. Many organizations, companies, and even individuals came out to support and have a little fun at the same time.
Reach Bahamas is a good organization, and they need the help of as many Bahamians as possible, to assist in what they're trying to accomplish. And we thought it was a good idea, so we decided to do it.
Anything to do with the kids, and especially with a disease like that, I think that everybody, I'm talking around the world, Nassau, anywhere, right, should really support. You know, and I think that this is a good program.
Autism is becoming more and more predominant, not just in the American society, but in Bahamian society. And we are your primary schools that solely have classes dedicated for autism. So it's something that you really need to be aware of, and more research needs to be done, and more people need to be cognizant of the fact that this is a real thing that we need to try to solve or try to put more emphasis on and better handle it.
Not only a day to support the kids, but a day to support a very important organization. Chris Saunders, ZNS Total Sports.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. Definitely a worthy cause there to support. And that will do it for sports. But stay tuned, your weather forecast still to come.